Things are getting pretty crazy with Diddygate. Those who follow and look into personalities and celebrities, not for inspiration, but because you feel something is hidden or simply because it shocks you how extremely out of touch from reality and everyday people they are. What makes them feel so high and mighty? We then find interest in seeing and understanding the hidden unspoken truths of the industries. We also tend to be waiting till everyone else catches up. After, not wanting to believe when people speak out, call you a conspiracy theorist. But when these false idols experience their downfall back down to reality, real life, real world, outside of Tinseltown and Hollyweird, everyone wants to act shocked and appalled. You have to realize it's their true colors showing. It's been there all along. But this time, it's without the makeup, the glory, the public relation cover-ups, the scripts, the advertisements, just simply all stripped from all the smoke and mirrors. Many of us knew and were just waiting for the exposing of Diddy, and that same group of us also said Hove, Jayz, also known to today's generation as Beyonce's husband, was next. It was just all in a matter of time. But if you ask me a few years back if this would ever leak or get out to public's knowledge, I would tell you there's no effing way. The rich and famous have not only the money to do payoffs, but make people disappear or agree with them out of complete fear and manipulation. And then legally, they have their publicists to handle the public relation needs and ready to go when the elites are in dire need of a crisis team and intervention to save their public image and career. When Jay-Z entered the chat, we didn't just get lawyers' statements and then Jayz in return, but also new allegations and something else many did not really realize or expect. Possibly a secret son to speak out. That was definitely not on anyone's bingo card. According to Daily Mail, a 31-year-old man who claims to be the illegitimate son of Shawn Carter has been left heartbroken at the world-famous rapper's response to the accusations. Jay-Z, who is now 55, insists that he himself is the victim in the situation, as this is another tactic after a failed blackmail attempt, according to him, regarding the civil suit in relation to Sean Diddy Combs' case. It's funny he's calling the blackmail attempt simply the letter letting you know that you're being served and what's going on. That's not blackmail. That's just serving your ass. But a lot of other people aren't seeing another concerning factor when it comes to the young man that came out. What that is people aren't realizing that his mother was only 16 when she became pregnant with him, and allegedly by Jay-Z, which is part of the pattern and issue here. Young minors. The young man, Ramir Sadaway, went on to say, "It is both heartbreaking and frustrating to see Mr. Carter's responses to the allegations with such deflection and attacks." I couldn't agree more. You could feel it in his statements, the aggression, and it was passive aggressive at times, jabbing, and it was pretty obvious he was so offended. My late mother, Wanda, was just 16 years old when she became pregnant with me, and for years, I have sought clarity about my identity. This is not about greed or a spectacle. It's about uncovering the truth and ensuring all parties are held accountable. Jay-Z's alleged 30-year-old son, Ramir Satterthwaite, shared in new details about the supposed affair his late mother, Wanda Satterthwaite, had with the rapper in 1992. In a signed 2015 affidavit given to Daily Mail by Ramir, Wanda claims that she met Jay-Z, who at the time went by Rock in Philadelphia, through a friend, Kalisha Allen. Now, it's funny because I didn't connect that originally, but when he was called Rock and the empire he's made was, Rockefeller Records, Rock Nation. So I'm guessing that's where that came from. Moving on, Wanda claimed she referred to herself as Caramel or Precious at the time, and that Allen, who reportedly signed the affidavit as an eyewitness, was the only person who knew about the alleged encounter. Affidavit of Wanda Satterwhite and Shawn Carter Relationship, the document, which was signed by a notary public in New Jersey on February 25th, 2015, begins saying, I, Wanda Satterwhite, write these allegations about my relationship with Shawn C. Carter. I met Shawn Corey Carter in the fall of 1992, and he identifies himself as Rock through my friend Kalisha Allen, who is an eyewitness. Mr. Carter and a friend came to Philadelphia to pick both me and Kalisha up around the area of 24th and Bolton Street in Philadelphia, Wanda recalled. The woman claimed that they were all together when they were driven to Jay's aunt's apartment in Brooklyn. She described the details of the building in which it was a 2-bedroom apartment and where it was located, and recalled what Jay-Z was actually wearing. Shawn was wearing a black Woolrich hood jacket and a hat, and his hair was in a small fro. But once we left his aunt's place, he put on a black leather jacket. She claimed that the group talked, drank, and danced before her girlfriend went off to another room with Shawn's friend. And that's when she went to another room with Shawn. Shawn and I did have protected sex, but the protection broke, Wanda wrote about her alleged encounter. She continued in the document that Jay-Z and his unnamed friend returned 2 weeks later to see her and Alan once again. But Alan was not present because she was having problems at home. Remember, they were teenagers. Shawn asked me to leave with him, but I told him I could not because my mother would be upset. I never saw him again until a year later on television, but I had no idea at the time of his real name until later and did not know how to reach him. Now, this is the 90s. You know, they didn't really have like texting and cell phones like we do now. Although these intimate details of the alleged fling are new, Wanda legally fought until she died in 2019 for Jay to take a paternity test. She died of heart failure at the age of 43. Now think about this. This would mean if it took place in 92 and she was 16, Jay would have been 22. This all stems from allegations and the documents where Jane Doe has come out to say she was harmed by him at the age of 13 at an after party that was attended after the MTV Video Music Awards back in 2000. He said his only heartbreak is for his family, particularly his eldest daughter, Blue Ivy, 12, who is at the age where she and her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims. He added, I mourn yet another loss of innocence. I wonder if he said that when he did what he did to his brother. If you don't know, you could look it up. Ramirez took aim at the statement, claiming if Carter's values the ideals of honoring and protecting children, then he should stop refusing to acknowledge his paternity. True. Despite my efforts, Mr. Carter has never once written a letter to me to address these claims, whether to deny or acknowledge paternity, or to address why his attorneys committed this fraud, he continued. If Mr. Carter values the ideals of honoring and protecting children, as he claims in his letter, he should step forward with transparency as he continues to deflect and avoid. Ramirez finished, I remain committed to seeking the truth and justice for myself, my mother, all those who deserve answers and accountability. While the shitstorm was erupting, it was also the same time as both Jay and Beyonce's daughter, Ivy Blue, was set to premiere her role in Lion King's spin-off, Mufasa, and take step on the red carpet with her parents by her side. Man, what great timing. I feel bad for the daughter. It's her time to shine, and this is going on. It isn't her fault, nor does she deserve any backlash around her moment of glory. Carter blasted the latest idiotic allegations against him in a lengthy statement and alleged that Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who filed the lawsuit, was engaging in unprofessional behavior. Now, Tony Busby has been around for a while. He's a big name. He's had very, very high-profile clients. I think he knows what he's doing. The suit claims Jane Doe was driven to a house party and offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she really needed to lay down. Combs and Carter are then alleged to have entered the room, with Combs declaring, "You are ready to party." Oh my God, what a loser. She claims Carter then removed her clothes, held her down, and raped her, while Diddy and an unnamed female celebrity watched. Now, for a long time, there's been speculation that it was J-Lo, 'cause she was dating Diddy at the time. But a lot of things coming out about Beyonce right now. If she had any hanging out or any relations with Jay-Z at this time, she should be looked into as the possible female celebrity that watched and partook in this disgusting mess. She then continued to say Combs also harmed her as Carter and the woman looked on. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime to a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Carter said in his statement. These allegations from these alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. What? Wow, that is nasty. So right there in his comment and statement, he is putting it out there that he is calling these women liars. Wow. Busby has filed several lawsuits in recent months, accusing Combs of assault and harming. This is the first suit in which Tony Busby named another high-profile defendant. Man, oh man, is there more to come? Tell me in the comments down below what you think of everything, and I'll see you in a new video real soon. I'm Leenda, and that's For the Record, Your Honor.